Scottish university students have reported feeling left behind and forgotten over the government's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic during the last academic term. With both primary and secondary schools returning to in-person learning, university courses are still being largely taught online, which is reportedly going to continue to be the case until the beginning of the next semester in autumn, a move which has been criticized by many students who have lost out not only on educational opportunities but also on life experience and, in some cases, have been placed in a financially detrimental position. Many students have been struggling to end their accommodation contracts, keep up with their online classes, and maintain their motivation to study, similar to how it was before the pandemic. A profound negative impact on mental health has been reported amongst students due to the lockdown restrictions and travel bans, which prevented thousands of students to see their families over Christmas. We asked a few students about their experience during COVID-19 lockdown and how this might have affected them. Here are what they said.
I'm Aden, and I study creative writing at the University of Leicester, but I'm currently living with my parents 130 miles away from university, while continuing to pay rent on a 4-bedroom house with 3 other students. I left the accommodation a bit earlier than my friends did. I didn't wait for university guidance. I thought they were taking far too long to announce the inevitable. Even from the beginning, all communication between lecturers and students was online, which isn't ideal in your final year. I guessed correctly that this probably wasn't going to change at all, so I left in November and came home before Christmas, but I'm still paying 4 figures every term on rent and utilities for a house that is completely empty now, and has been for a few months with everyone having gone.
My name is Ava. I'm in my final year of PR management here in the University of Stirling. I wait until October to sign up for university accommodation because of the uncertainty of the pandemic, and I was still told by my university to come back to campus. Only then, a week after signing my contract, did the university timetable reveal I have all but just 2 virtual sessions that term. I come out fine. I waste literally thousands of pounds. Then I have to stay in campus during the winter break. It was an absolute nightmare because all the campus food outlets and shops had closed for the lockdown. All the support services were also closed during the break when students needed the most. And we were advised to call the national helpline in case of emergency.
My name is Ali and I'm in my second year studying engineering at the University of Aberdeen.
We were told to isolate in our rooms, and I really didn't know what to do. I spent most of the time isolating in my room, sleeping for long hours. I didn't feel the energy to work on my assignments. I was staring at the screen for hours and hours and not doing anything. I think, not being able to socialize and meet friends for a very long time, it has definitely taken its toll on me. It was really a very difficult situation.
The government restrictions have not only had a negative impact on new students, but also on existing students. Graduation ceremonies have largely been cancelled, and in cases where they have been allowed to go on, they have been subject to extreme alterations. When the end goal of graduation is so different than imagined, it is clear to see why many students are losing their passion and drive for their subjects. Many students have been left disappointed due to graduation ceremonies being cancelled.
I completely lost my motivation. I have to do my dissertation, and I know I'm not going to have a proper graduation with my family.
The most thing that affected us during the lockdown is actually in our studies we have a lot of essential practical sessions and workshops, and unfortunately these have been cancelled. I felt really affected by this, and I'm really worried we're not getting the right skills during our studies.
This is my last year, so the lack of access to university resources, the campus, any other resources I might have been able to access, like public libraries or whatever, as well as lecturers themselves, has greatly affected my ability to perform. I think it would have been a lot simpler and a lot fairer to postpone our degrees or to provide a little more help for students rather than have us show up, pay the fees to the university and to private landlords, and then to eventually go home anyway and waste all that money and still have to pay it back. And I think the government definitely could have done more.
All of these factors have meant that students have been affected by the pandemic to a significant degree, and the government handling of the demographic has been widely criticized as not going far enough to ensure as much support as that being given to other sections of the Scottish population.